In this video, I am going to show you how to check in for Ryanair flights. Of course, Ryanair lets you check in online using the Ryanair website or the mobile app. When check-in opens, depend on your seats. If you have a reserved seat, you can check in up to 60 days before the departure. But if you haven't reserved the seats and want a free random seat, you will have or you'll be able to check in, or the check-in for you will open in the 24 hours before departure. So online check-in closes 2 hours before departure. So if you don't have or if you didn't receive or reserve a seats, you'll not be able to check in before the 24 hours before departure. So now, if you want to check in, you'll have to go and open the website or the application if you have it on your phone. Sign in into your account if you have an account, but if you don't, you can go. Of course, if you have an account, you can log in and you can go to My Trips and you can find your trip and click on check-in option. But if you are not logged in, as example, you book your account while you don't have an account, or you booked your flight while you don't have an account, you'll have basically to go to My Bookings, as example, at the top right of the website or even on the app. And instead of logging into your account, you'll have to choose the reservation number. So here you'll be able to use the booking reservation number. You should find this on your tickets. Go and you'll find the reservation number. And of course, to retrieve your booking, you can see your booking reservation number. So it's basically a 6 character code with numbers and letters, and you can find this in the booking confirmation email received when your booking was made. So you'll have to check your email, junk mail, all mails, whatever. Enter your reservation number, then the email address that they sent you the reservation number at. Then click on retrieve your booking. Once you do so, you'll find the booking right there. And as I said, if you reserved your seats, you'll be able to check in whenever, like during the 60 days before departure. If you haven't, you have 24 hours before departure. So if it's available check-in for you, you will find the check-in option. Just go, and of course, if there is more than one person in your booking, you'll have to select the passenger that you want to check in. Make sure this selected or you selected the correct passenger information before continue, and then enter your travel or your travel documents details. So this will normally be informations from your passport or national identity card. So enter the information exactly as it appears in your documents, and Ryanair says a driving license or birth certificate isn't accessible as a travel document for its flight. So you'll also need to make sure that your ID meets the rules for the country that you're traveling to as well. Of course, next you will have the option to choose your seats if you haven't done it yet. If you already paid for reserved seats, your selected seats should appear there. And if you don't want to pay for seats, you can choose a free random seats when it becomes available. And remember, free random seats check-in only appears in the 24 hours before your flight. So once you do so, you will have to, of course, carefully check any information like name, flight, travel document, seats, and then you can complete your check-in. Once everything is finished, Ryanair will create your boarding pass, and you can basically access your boarding pass through My Bookings again on the Ryanair website or directly inside your app. Make sure to access your boarding pass before going to the airport. Just make sure that you have access to it. If your airport requires a physical boarding pass, make sure to bring it printed with you, and you should be good to go. So that's basically how you check in on or for Ryanair flights. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching and goodbye.